Now, the Pirates are going bowling. It was announced yesterday afternoon East Carolina will play the University of Florida in the Birmingham Bowl on January 3rd. Here to talk about that, East Carolina's athletic director, Jeff Kopfer. And it's a twofer this morning. We didn't know he was going to be here. But Jay Batt, the executive director of the Pirate Club, here this morning. What an honor, fellas. What an honor. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you doing
okay?
Henry.
Good morning.
Doing all right?
Doing great.
Doing wonderful.
All right, very good. So it's Birmingham, Coach.
Birmingham and the Gators.
Yeah.
On January 3rd.
How are we feeling about that?
I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful matchup for us and a great opportunity for our program to get back on the field, and I know they're anxious to do that. I spoke to the coaching staff yesterday, and they're very excited. They met with the team last night around 6 o'clock, and a lot of excitement. And they've got exams this week, so they've got to put that in perspective, but they'll get back at it this weekend and start practicing and getting ready for the Gators.
And it's January 3rd, which is a Saturday, and it's after Christmas, so it's pretty good timing, I think.
I really like the timing for it because most people are off that week,
Yeah, exactly.
After New Year's, you got a couple days there, and so they can make it down to Birmingham and be there for the game and then come back on Sunday after the game if they'd like, or even after the game. There's just to clarify the game time, it's 12 o'clock Eastern. You see it a number of different times.
McGee was saying that was there was some confusion about that over the weekend.
Yeah, it was. It was originally posted, I think, at 1 Eastern, but it's on ESPN, and we're the only college football game on that day. So that's a really good place to be for us. Yeah.
That even makes it better. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
That'll be good. A Saturday afternoon college football game, only game that day on ESPN.
Right.
Yeah.
And the tickets for the game are $50, and I can't stress enough the fact that if you're buying tickets to the game, to buy from our ticket office, because every ticket that we sell really helps our program, and it's something that also adds to that Pirate loyalty and Pirate passion that people want to invite us to bowl games because they know we're going to bring a lot of fans, and the more tickets we can sell from our fan base in our ticket allotment means a great deal as we look to future bowl games as well.
I mentioned Jay Batt also here from the Pirate Club. Jay, I guess tickets will be allocated according to people's priority in the Pirate Club?
That's right, Henry. As always, if folks get their ticket orders in before December the 15th, they'll be able to utilize their Pirate Club priority for their ticket locations. We'd also invite all of our Pirate Club members, all of our Alumni Association members to join us pregame. We're going to have a tailgate on site there at Legion Field. So really excited about that, and looking forward to Pirate Nation coming out big.
Yeah.
So there will be some Pirate activities in Birmingham leading up.
Oh, there will definitely be some Pirate activities. We also have rooms at the Hyatt Regency Birmingham. It's a Winfrey hotel there, and it's connected to the Galleria Mall. And
that's where we stayed the last time we were there.
That's right.
Exactly.
That is a cool play. If people didn't come last time, it's not downtown, but it's actually there's some nice restaurants there. There's a lot going on there.
Right. It's a really good part of town, and it's a lot of fun. And we'll be able to have shuttles back and forth to downtown as well.
Right.
And that's our team hotel. We're working with our travel partner, Anthony Travel, and they've set up a great package, $159 a night.
Wow.
And that includes a game day shuttle to and from the game.
That's a great price for that hotel, because I'm telling you, that's a first-class hotel.
Right. Well,
really is.
I haven't been there yet, but I'm looking forward to getting there. You were there the last time?
I was,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
In fact, the people at the hotel were very accommodating. I think it was a game that was played on a weekday, and we did our morning show in the lobby of the Winfrey Hotel. Those folks were great. They were really good to work with. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Wow. Now this year will be a Saturday, and I will not be doing a show.
Well, we'll do your Friday show.
There we go.
We'll do your Friday
That's
show
a
from the
possibility.
lobby. How about that?
That's a possibility. Yeah.
Well, and Henry, I can't emphasize enough, and Jeff said, the game day shuttle part of that is great. It's included in the travel package. Just visit our website, and they've got all the travel packages listed there. You can do everything you need from our ECU Pirates site, buy tickets. You can book your travel package through Anthony's Travel and get your pregame passes, buy your tickets. It's a really good way to go.
What is the web address again if people want to go and kind of check it all out? Is it at ECU Pirates?
Right, ECUPirates.com.
So
and when you pull that up, there'll be a splash page there, and it launches you in to our Bowl Central page where you can cover all of your different needs.
Yeah. And Jeff, the way this normally works, every school is responsible for selling a bunch of tickets.
That's
and if
right.
you don't sell them, you got to eat them.
That's right.
So people, again, they need to buy their tickets here in Greenville.
Well,
they don't need to go online. They don't need to go to the Birmingham website.
Right.
They don't need to go to their friends at the University of Florida.
That's really important.
Support your university here. Support the Pirates.
Right. And, we can't emphasize that enough, to be able to buy from our site. And then you also get to take advantage of your priority points and make sure that you can get good seats with us. And the tickets are $50 for students. They're $25. And if you can't go to the game and you want to help support a student, you can also purchase a ticket for $25 that will help to defray the second half of that cost for the students. So we're giving people that opportunity to do that because we love our student support. The Student Pirate Club, as you know, is the largest in the country, and we love the Boneyard and those student athletes and all of our students coming to the games.
I know there was some texting going back and forth last night with students because I got one saying, what do you think about the Birmingham? I said, you definitely need to get a bunch of people and go. So, I think our students will enjoy the trip, and it probably comes at a good time for the students too, doesn't it?
I think it does. I mean, they don't come back to school until 10 days after that, so there's plenty of time for them to get back and take care of some other things at home if they need to before they get back for class.
And let's face it, they're going to be ready to get away from their parents by then.
Well, I was thinking their parents may be ready for them to get away from, and maybe buying them tickets might be a great Christmas present idea.
If you've got a ECU student in your family, give them this for Christmas.
Yeah, and $159 for a room, and say head to Birmingham.
Yeah, exactly. Those are really good prices.
Yeah,
really good prices.
Yeah.
And I saw people last night online were talking about. I saw Pirate Al on Facebook had gotten airfare out of Raleigh already for like $200. I mean, there's some good deals out there right now too.
There's some really good deals.
But can you book the air also through the group that you work with on your website?
No, I guess what we found over time is that pirates like to kind of get there on their own because you never know what day that people want to get there, and especially with this being a Saturday, do you want to arrive on Thursday or Friday or game day? So we kind of leave that up to people to get there, but once they're there, we want to make sure we take care of them.
Yeah, okay. So East Carolina and the University of Florida, and I like the matchup because but it is interesting that's the opening. Well, it's not the opening game, but it's one of our first games next year.
Yeah.
You schedule the Florida Gators next year. It's a little. Did that come into play when this negotiation for where we were going took?
Well, I made sure the conference understood that we were playing them next year, so that if they asked about it, they would know, and that them being Florida, I wanted them to understand our conference as they looked at the various options that, hey, we're playing them again next year. So they may or may not be interested in doing that. But I was glad that they were, because it kind of creates a little mini series for us. And as you know, they're in a coaching transition, and so they'll have an interim coach coaching the game, and that's I've been through that before, and that's an interesting scenario for the team and the staff, and so I'm just glad that their team has a chance to play, and we've got a chance for our seniors to come back out on the field together with this team and end on a good note.
Yeah. Let me switch gears and ask you about, we were just talking about internet rumors when you first came in this morning. Almost no one got this right? Because the internets were saying over the weekend that we were going to Miami, that we were still going to the Military Bowl. And so, when you start reading stuff online, I've learned over the years that, people who claim to know a lot of things don't. But there have been some discussions this weekend about the fact that the Big 12 got left out of the top 4 playoff spots.
Right.
And the fact that, there's been some rumblings about the Big 12 wanting to expand to create a new, to create an opportunity for a championship game. Do you think that there's anything really going on with the Big 12 right now? Or do you know if there is?
I don't know firsthand, but I've just read many of the comments that you've probably read, and from their commissioner, Bob Bowlesby, who I do know, and want to be sure that that everyone knows that we're really happy in the American. We think it's a great conference, and we want to dominate that conference and prove that we're worthy of being champions in every sport that we play there. But if there are other opportunities, we want to certainly make sure that us and others in our conference are aware of those and what those conferences might be looking for, so that if there are questions, we can respond. And I think that's the big thing. And we need to continue to keep our ear to the ground and make sure that we position ourselves and our conference for the future. And who knows what may happen. A while ago I predicted that the Big 12 might look to expand because of this championship issue, and that may be coming to fruition. I'm not sure, but I also heard another prediction yesterday that someone said conferences may do away with their championship games so that they don't put themselves in a position of eliminating a team should the playoff expand. So there's a lot of different ways to look at this thing, and I think you need to let it settle out and see how this first year goes.
Well, the dynamic definitely has changed because, let's say if Alabama had lost to Missouri, I mean, boom, they're out.
Right.
If Florida State had lost to Georgia Tech, boom, they're out.
No doubt about it.
And so, if you almost can see the logic in doing away with the championship games, except they bring so much money. And it's such good TV that it probably would not happen. Do you agree?
I do. That is the one factor that people don't talk about is the revenue side of it, and that has become a big piece of that for most conferences. I mean, most of those games are sponsored. There's television packages. It becomes a huge social event for many of the people within the conference. So it's a big deal to have those games, and next year we'll have one.
I think it'll be more likely that they'll just go ahead and expand the playoff to 8 teams. What do you think about that?
I think that's possible. I can see it either 6 or 8. I mean, you hear various scenarios. But at some point, we've got to look at the student athletes and how many games they're capable of playing within one season, really based on their academics and other factors that may affect their play, injuries and other things. So you got to keep that in mind. I mean, it's not an endless season.
Right.
So, but you were talking about yesterday, and literally I did not know who our opponent was until 5 minutes before the announcement. I got a call yesterday. I mean, I heard and saw all the other rumors about Arkansas and all, everything out there and where we might be going, but literally, I'm at the Carolina game yesterday, just saying, my texts were, still don't know, hold on, be patient. And so we were in touch, but we had little information, and a lot of it was the other conferences trying to place their teams in the best bowl scenario.
Yeah, I saw you over behind Jeff Lebo's bench yesterday in the Dean Dome on the phone, and you were texting constantly. I saw you over there.
Yeah.
You were. I told some folks. I said, conference and deep negotiations.
Yeah, that's it.
But you were just waiting for the call, weren't you?
That and kind of stating our case.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So the way that it really works is the conference commissioners really have maybe at least as much say-so as anybody or more.
Well, what they have is they're kind of that center point for communication, and so they have the opportunities. They're the ones that can place particular schools in particular bowls. Yeah. Now, most of the time there's criteria. For us in the American, it was conference champion. It was kind of regional affiliations and locations and matchups. We didn't want to play another team again.
Right.
So, for instance, Virginia Tech is in the Military Bowl. We were not going to play them again. There was rumors that South Carolina may go to Birmingham. If that had been the case, we would not have gone to Birmingham.
Right.
So all those things kind of enter into this, and it's a little bit more complicated when you're waiting on other leagues to decide where their teams are going as well.
Right. Well, all's well that ends well. I think the Birmingham Bowl is a good matchup, especially playing a Southeastern Conference team. It's fun to go down and play like we did last year, play against Ohio. And win that game. But the truth of the matter is it helps your program more if you can go down and beat a Southeastern Conference team.
No doubt about it. I mean, it is, I think that's one of the premier programs in the entire country. And for us to have the opportunity to play them and at a neutral site, you always want to take advantage of that opportunity.
And I do have to ask, I know you got to go, but I got to ask you this one last bowl question.
Okay.
Did was the NC State matchup ever a possibility, and did they work their fannies off to make sure it didn't happen?
I never actually heard from any of the bowls directly that they
Yeah.
were a factor
Yeah.
with us at the Military Bowl. As a lot of people, they like to put those scenarios together. Like last year, it was Duke and the Belk Bowl, and all those things. But I think people like to see those kind of matchups, but that was never anything that I heard about personally
Right.
from the bowl directors.
Because, as I'm sure there were a lot of rumors that, a week ago, well, it's going to be East Carolina and NC State in the
Yeah,
Military Bowl.
I did hear that.
Which, would have been a fun matchup.
It would have been, but they were never. I don't think a serious
Yeah,
contender
yeah.
to go there. That I
Right,
know of.
yeah.
So, Henry, before we go,
Yeah.
you stepped up. You were undaunted. You and Debbie, you moved to a new giving level.
Well, Debbie's
with-
definitely undaunted.
Well, I know she is to be with you every day, but
It's pretty daunting to have to do that.
yeah, exactly. So Jay and I would like to present you with a plaque that signifies the fact that you moved up an entire giving level. We asked many of our members to do that this year, and well over 430 people did that, and you're one of those, and we just want to say thank you for everything you do for us and appreciate all your service to us at ECU and on our Board of Governors. Sure do
Absolutely.
appreciate
Thank
Henry.
you, guys. Thanks for
Thanks
what
so
you
much.
do. Hey, listen, I say this all the time, but we got, what's happening in the athletic department is pretty phenomenal under you two guys' leadership, and I think we're very fortunate to have both of you here, and I thank you for what you do for our university day to day. Also, thank you both.
The dynamic duo.
Great guy. You guys are the dynamic duo.
I'm just
I'll tell you
following.
what. I think we're very fortunate to have you guys. Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
Thanks,
coming
Henry.
in.
Appreciate your time.
And I know you got to run to your meeting. Thanks for being here, and go.
Sure.